Hi friends, thanks for joining me. Some of you that joined my live might remember that with old envelopes, I created a traveler's journal, and I decided to use this journal for my trip to Italy this May. So you can see that I did a ruffle spine. I added some silk right here to tie it closed. The actual cover is made out of scrapbook paper and a cereal box, so it's nice and thick. This is a piece of ephemera that I made. I can't remember if I did that on a live or not, but nevertheless, I think it looks nice. I might put the word Italy up here, but I'm not sure, and I might wait till I get back from my trip. So my plan is to bring this with me on my trip and use it as I'm traveling and add things and just make it special for this particular trip. So on that live that I did a few weeks ago, we were working with envelopes, like I said, so they could be junk mail envelopes. In my case, it was vintage envelopes from a huge vintage stash that I had been given. And you can see here's the window and there's a lady inside. And I did that on all of the windows, so I think that's kind of cute. I left all of the postage stamps there. It was the kind, not the kind of stamps that you wet on the back, but the kind that's ink. And all of these are from the 80s or the 90s. I embellished it with some napkin on this particular one, and then I used napkin and paper on this one. And then now you'll see some scrapbook paper that was double-sided, which was lovely. And then I had some scraps laying on my desk from some other things that I had worked on. So I pulled the scraps that the colors worked well and I added them. And this is a piece of paper that was covered with napkin, and I love that effect and the feel. And because this is a traveler's notebook, it's tall but skinny, so I had 8.5 by 11. So I pulled the paper to the side so it matched up on this side, but then I had extra, and instead of cutting it off, I just folded it over so that I'd have a nice pocket right here. I used a authentic piece of ephemera to pop in the pocket. It's a nice, good size. It's from 1966, and that's something I can add to if I want to. But I just thought for now, it's great in here, and hopefully I can add, like maybe a receipt from the trip to it. This is just a little flap, so I didn't do a whole lot here. This is pretty much exactly how it was in when I did the live. I did add this little number down here. I did a little bit of embellishing in here since the live. Well, I say a bit of embellishing since the live. I added some of this. I did not want to over embellish because I hope to have enough stuff on my trip so that I can, embellish it that way. So that's the goal. I'm hoping to remember to bring a glue stick and then also some washi tape. Washi tape will only hold temporarily, which is perfect. I just need to get it home, and then I can tack things down with my hard glue, So this is another piece of authentic vintage ephemera, and it's from a train, or from the railroad, I should say, the Pennsylvania Railroad, and I attached it with some lace, a doily, and then I don't really need to talk about my papers if I didn't do anything interesting to them, but I did add a little corner piece here. I wanted to sort of have an old look. Oh, something you'll see that I definitely did add, and I didn't do this during the live, was I added some stenciling. Some stenciling here. So any page that was plain, I added stenciling to it. This is more of my napkin and paper that I added to one of the envelopes. And this must have been the other side of the envelope because there's not a window on this one. And you can see more. So, on here, maybe I attach, I don't know, a menu to a restaurant we go out to, just whatever. I'm just gonna load it up. So here's one of our ladies inside the window. Hopefully you can see it. I'll try to hold it so there's not too much of a glare. This one is dated November 7th, 1988. I did coffee dye the envelopes before the live, and that way, because obviously you can't do that on a live and expect it to dry and be ready to use. Add a little upper pocket, as you can see here, and stuffed this tag in here. Some more stenciling. Nice big pocket with just a few tags in it. Can't remember if I did that during the live or not. I added a cute little deer over here. Did a little stenciling up here. I can't remember if I added this. I must have added it after we were on. And so it says birthdays and anniversaries, and you know that might be irrelevant to a travel journal, but I thought it was cute and I added it anyway. I can always just do some journaling here, whatever I want to do. Stenciling. Left these plain, except I did add a tag here. Added a few tags here in case I just want to jot down a little note. Little tag here and 2 tags in this pocket. You can see I added some napkin and some paper to that envelope. Can't wait to show it to you completed from the trip. That'll be really fun. Lots of space here to add whatever I want, and then obviously on here as well. Just added some torn paper here to this corner. Stenciling here. Okay, so check this out. So this is a vintage paycheck, and I can pull this down and look at all of that space that I can add stuff to. So let me tell you about this vintage paycheck. This is from 1956. It says so right there. So isn't that just so cool? Yeah, I love it. I have a couple of those in here. This is the other side of the envelope, and here's Our Lady looking out the window. Little magazine page. It was actually a book page about Hummels. So I added this, and you can see for the washi tape that I used, it says travel on it. I thought it was perfect. Added just a little piece here just to pull the 2 pages together, and a little die cut here. Stenciling on this side as well. More stenciling here and here. Just a nice tall tag for this nice tall pocket. Some stenciling. A little bit over here that I added. This I did while the paper was wet, and I like the effect of that. It's very dreamy almost, but that was fresh. So we got 2 tags over here in this little pocket. Well, this is like another one of those long pieces, the one that said birthdays on it, and this, like up top, it said notes, and I just cut that off. And then a nice little tag. I feel like there was a window here. No, I guess not. Okay, because here's the other side, so clearly there's no window. But this side was covered with napkin, and I added this nice little piece of scrapbook paper, and I added this nice tag that I had created. And I added a nice tea cup die cut. Some stenciling on my Eco Die paper on this side as well. So here's another one of those checks, those vintage checks. I'm turning this sideways so I can open that up for you so you can see how long it is. I did add some stenciling to it. This one is from also 1956. It says 11/22/56. So that's pretty cool. And when we look under it, this is another one of the envelopes. This is just a skinny little tag that I can add something to. And here's one of Our Ladies looking through the window. And this envelope is from July 3rd, 1985. Stenciling on the back of wrapping paper. Added a little travel washi tape here to the map. Some stenciling onto our graph paper, both sides. This is vintage wrapping paper as well, so I added some stenciling there. I just added a little decorative piece, just because why not? Here's our bag. We did this online on the live, and I just added the word travel here. There's a little tag inside. It can be replaced or just added to. Okay, so on this page I added the chair while we were live, and I think this tag actually. I can stuff whatever I want in there. I did add this little piece of paper. I inked it up with pink ink, added this sticker, a little spot to write something. So here is a double pocket page with some nice tags. This one has 2 tags in it actually. Over here I have a piece of vellum paper. I can flip that up and add something under it if I want to, whether it be writing or a picture or receipt, whatever. A little stenciling right here. And then this flips open, lots of space for journaling. And that is on top of the paper that I covered with a napkin. Doesn't it look pretty? And it's just really easy to do. It just takes a little patience, that's all. We have this, nice and plain inside so I can add whatever I want. Pops right in here into this pocket. I added this little piece here. This is another envelope with napkin and paper. This is the other side of it. Oh, on this one I must have covered where it said the date, but that's okay. And then this is the back. So this is my journal that is going to Italy. I just have to remember to pack it. I cannot forget to throw this in my bag. I would be so upset because I really do want to document the trip while it's being taken. I just think that will be really cool. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're having a great day. And I want to thank you for coming over, spending some time with me today. Thanks for watching. See you soon.